Hello world, it's your guy, Bad Dexter here, back for another review. Right now, we are going to jump into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So, we're going to start at episode 8. And I love this franchise. I love how it's based in the snow and they keep the snow aesthetic and all that stuff. I love it so much. So we start the episode off with Whitney and Justin talking about Whitney reaching out to Miss Mary Martha Cosby. Have no idea why she did it, but she wants to have a sit down to move forward. And Mary, per usual, already starting off funky, talking about is she not feeling it, she not coming. But, give the girl a chance, shit. But my ass is thinking she can stay her ass in her closet. We didn't need her back. She's hella rude. She's like hella obnoxious, hella duplicitous, like hella crass, hella jaded. Like, I'm good. Mary Martha, you could stay over there. Stay in the church, stay in your closet, stay over there. We didn't need you. We're good. Like, for real, we're good. I think Monica was a perfect addition. Even Angie K is adding some good shit. So I'm like, we didn't need Mary. We're so good. Yeah, and also, too, that episode of Watch What Happens Live with Mary and Z-Way. Oh my gosh, she was so rude. Like, she was so rude and nasty to Z-Way and Andy. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? But also, too, you guys are paying her to do absolutely nothing. So it's like, yeah, she's acting like that. It's your guys' fault. But, speaking of awkward relationships, Whitney is talking about Heather and Heather inviting her out with Meredith and stuff like that so they can have like a conversation, and put some stuff under the bridge. Is that how you say the saying? Water under the bridge, yeah, to get some water under the bridge and they can move forward. So Whitney and Justin are trying to plan their daughter Bobby's 13th birthday party, and that's Whitney struggling with her communication again, coming in, talking about, oh, I could have sworn we had it planned for this day and this day. But it's crazy because her and Justin both have events, very important work events coming up, and having the birthday day of Justin, having the birthday party day of her birthday, Justin can't make it, and then doing the party, I think the weekend before would have had Whitney juggling both events. So it comes with sacrifice and communication, which is key. She needs to work on that, and they have a scheduling spat. But one important thing that they agreed upon was them scheduling their therapy, and they ended it peacefully, which is good. Next, we have Monica and Heather linking up for a snowmobile ride. I love the snow scenery. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Everything, the trees, the scenery, just the line, it's everything. The clouds, everything. Gorgeous, everything. Love it. Snowman, snowflake. Snowman, snowflake. I love Salt Lake City. Okay. And also, too, it all looked like a Hallmark movie and a postcard. It was so gorgeous. The ladies sit down and they talk about how they grew up and stuff like that. And they talk about relationships with their mothers and how Heather had a stay-at-home mom with 3 boys and 3 girls. And she kind of was like Susie Homemaker. And it was unfortunate that her mom cut her off after she got divorced and she left Mormonism. But Monica is definitely talking about how she struggled with her growing up, because you have Heather here saying that she learned how to be a mother because of her mother, and then you have Monica over here saying that she was abandoned and she was belittled and she was made to feel like nothing, and I definitely understand her pain, where she's coming from, because mothers are definitely difficult to navigate, especially when they're just difficult and unnavigatable. So I definitely feel her pain there, and definitely, as you've seen, yeah, Monica and her mom are truly broken. There's a lot of resentment there. There's a lot of, unresolved feelings, and they need to definitely go to therapy. And, we have the story of Monica talking about how her mom just left her at 12. Excuse me, you guys. Just left her at 12 with a family that they just so happened to know, like friends of the family. Okay, still, whether Monica liked them or not, that's still not her family. That's still not her kin. And you did still abandon her and just dropped her off in Pennsylvania with this family while you go live this dream in New York. So that sucks, and that's horrible. And Monica was just sent around and she had to start middle school in this whole new random state. And I feel bad for Monica. I truly do. And it sucks. And then your parents are your first relationships in the world. So, like, if those are fucked off, your whole life is fucked off. Either you don't trust at all or you trust too soon, you know. But also, too, the family you create is more important than the family you come from. So, there's that. Now we jump to John and Jack going through old photo albums of John when he was on his mission back in 93. And, they're going through their old photos and, John actually found out about Jack's mission only two weeks before he told Lisa. And it's crazy because they literally told all of damn Park City about the mission before they told the parents. You know what I mean? And it was hard. It was a very tough secret for John to keep from Lisa, because he tells Lisa everything and he doesn't, want to go through Hurricane Lisa Barlow. And it's all good. So the Mormons are the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka the Mormons, and they have missions. They go on missions for 2 years where they go spread the gospel and basically get people baptized, all this blah, blah, blah. And, I'm not Mormon or anything like that, but I had a tough period in my life a decade or so ago, and these 3 Mormon girls that I met out here definitely got me through for sure. One was from like Minnesota, one was from Hawaii, and I forgot where the other one was from, but she got sent some other place exotic for a mission. I think it was like Brazil or somewhere. It was somewhere exotic and gorgeous that she got sent to. But they definitely helped me too. And definitely, they even taught me like how to pray better. And, so I definitely feel, that the missions are important for the gospel spreaders and the people that need to receive the gospel. So I definitely see where that is. But, I definitely feel where they're coming from. It's something very personal for Jack. I definitely feel that. And so, something near and dear, but I definitely believe in the butterfly effect as well. So everything is for a reason, you know what I mean? Because also too, John met Lisa on his mission because he, I guess, was interested in Lisa's sister, because Lisa's sister was on a mission in Vegas, and Lisa's sister was trying to link up Lisa with John's roommate, but then John and Lisa met, and the rest is history. So that's gorgeous. But I know, having a mission in Vegas, rando, like, right, the place with the most sin, they need you, actually. Let me take that back. They actually need you out there. But yes, butterfly effect, everything is for a reason. So they are planning a reveal party for Jack, which is actually a thing in Park City. They actually do that in Salt Lake City. Like, that's a thing. Like, people have reveal parties, like a gender reveal, and it's like a big thing, and it's like, oh my God. So they had everybody there, all the family and friends. They had people like zoomed in. They had a big Zoom screen where people were zoomed in from wherever they were in the world. And it was crazy, and this is like the one thing that Lisa couldn't control because she's like such a control freak, but it was all about, Jack and what Jack wants. So he was like, he just wants liquid death and charcuterie. Is that what he wanted? Yeah, pretty much. And for anyone who's ever tried liquid death, it's literally just spring water in a can, and they call it liquid death. It's pretty good, actually. I got it just because it was called liquid death. I'm like, what is this? Liquid death. Oh my God. So I got that. It's pretty good. And I love a charcuterie. Charcuterie, whatever you call it. I love me a charcuterie. Okay. Yes. Taking it back to the 90s with with Jack and his frosted tips, doing his thing at this party. It was such an amazing moment to see John cry about just how proud he is of Jack and just how an amazing man he's growing up to be. Like, that was awesome to see. Definitely love that for them. The Mormon families can get pretty crazy. I can't relate, but Lisa loves to relate to everything. I love how she brings everything back to herself. Like, she's telling her son a story about how she lived with like a really weird Mormon girl and how she would wear her clothes and sit on her bed, and said she wanted to live vicariously through her. And that was a segue into basically telling him to watch out for his companions. And okay, right? So we jump to... is this where... Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I hope I didn't jump too far. But we also find out where Jack is going on his mission. So he's going to Colombia for his mission. And I love the little Colombiana look they had Lisa in after she's talking about Colombia. And like her son just did a mission. No, she said her friend's son just did a mission to Colombia and he was getting mugged like all the time, like every week. So he just started carrying around some change with him. Just like, okay, here you're trying to mug me again. Here you go. So that was crazy. Hopefully, yes, we hope that Jack will be safe in Colombia. Henry thinks it totally sucks for him that he's going on a mission. I can totally agree. It sucks, being away from your family for those 2 years in, that kind of country. But, whatever, to each their own. Be dope. Be dope for him, to get the experience and, to get out of the way, But just be careful. Just be careful, Jack. Be careful of those muggings. Okay, so now we have Meredith, Whitney, Heather, and Monica meeting up to go cross-country skiing. So it's literally like skiing on flat land. So it's literally like you're just skiing on just like flat land. It's so interesting. Whitney was like, she only thought old folks did that. And I'm thinking maybe that's a thing because they're scared of like the mountains and the bunny hills to go sliding down. So I guess cross-country skiing, it's extremely safe. So I'll definitely vibe with that. It looks extremely safe. And then we have, Whit and Monty, Whitney and Monica. So we have them falling all over the place. So that was super funny. But now the ladies pop a squat in the parking lot for a little picnic in the, oh my God, I can't speak. A parking lot picnicking in the parking lot with some blue cheese stuffed olives, some pitted Kalamata olives. I love Kalamata olives, by the way. I fucking love them. They're amazing. So the girls sit around and they're talking about Monica's new rental. And she tells a story about how after Angie's Greek Easter party, when Monica and her mom got into it, Monica's mom, Linda, aka LD Millionaire on Instagram and Twitter, she took the car because it's in her name, even though Monica pays the bills. So I totally know how that feels. It's super annoying. It's super inconvenient. You know what I mean? And it sucks because it's like, but also, too, it's like, that's why you should have your own. You know what I mean? You should always have your own because, like, relying on other people, you're always going to get fucked. You're going to be fucked no matter what. So you have to always rely on yourself. Make sure it's your own car, your own home, your own money, everything in your own name. Like, everything has to be your own, okay? Because you can't trust people, and that's super fucked up because Monica has 4 kids. 4 kids, 4 different schools, 4 different schedules, like all that stuff. And then you take my car. Like, really? That's like more damaging to the girls. Your grandkids. Super shady. You know what I mean? And her mom to be like, drop the car off now or I'm going to report it stolen. This and that. Girl, keep it. Seriously, Monica, no, yeah, this needs to be a separation of all that shit after this season, because that's crazy. And then now we have you comparing your mom to Ted Bundy. So, yeah, we need to have some separations and differentiations, all right? We need to get that going. And the ladies looked shocked. I'm like, are they more shocked at her admitting to having a rental or her mom saying that she was going to report it stolen or her still using her mom's credit? So there are a lot of things that they could have been shocked about. You know what I mean? But, it's a sick mess, when you're related to a narcissist that you have to rely on in some way, shape, or form, But Whitney didn't talk to her mom for 13 years. Heather's not talking to her mom now. And then you have Meredith, who has a perfect relationship with her mother. So, good for her. She can't relate. So we also, they're having a cute little bonding moment. And then we have Whitney, good old Whitney coming in to ruin the amazing time. So she comes over to Meredith, well, not comes over, but she's talking to Meredith and is bringing up all of the rumors and the gossip, allegedly that Meredith has been behind against Angie K's marriage. So Meredith has no idea what she's talking about. She's like, what are you doing? Like, leave Meredith alone. Right, leave Brittany alone. Leave Meredith alone, all right? Because she has no idea what you're talking about. And then also, too, I don't appreciate the non-seriousness about her car accident. You know, them having the quirky music, them bringing up that this is another way for her to bring something up that we can't argue with her about, this and that. A car accident is a car accident. Like, you feel me? It was a snowbank or a cliff. All right? Like, come on. Thank God it was a blessing that they ran to the snowbank. It is not a joke about a car accident. Cars are scary as fuck. All right? Cars are scary as hell. That's why, like, every time I'm behind the wheel, I get scared about rainy season. Because I'm like, hello? Like, that shit's scary. And then you have to drive for yourself and the people around you. Like, it's not a joke, you guys. So now we move on to Angie cooking with her dad. Her dad, Louie. Yes, he's 86, still in good shape, moving and grooving, you know, doing his thing around, you know, and he looks good for his age, you know, and he's single, ready to mingle. So any, you know, hot mamas or hot grannies out there or hot sugar babies, you know, he's handsome. You know, oh, and he also brought over some lemons. So I heard that, like, bringing lemons as a gift to someone is, like, a really good thing. So that's cool. You know, it's a really good thing, bringing over some lemons. I heard it's, like, you know, good luck, or they're expensive, and, like, it's just good energy. You know, good for them. So Angie K and her dad are talking, you know, just having some chit chat, you know, shooting the shit, and talking about how Angie K and Sean have not had a date night in a while. I think it was like a year or so, 2 years. And, you know, you have Louie, her dad, talking about, well, your mom and I never really had dates because we had 7 kids and we were broke. So, you know, pick and choose your battles, you know. I've heard a lot of stuff about, you know, their marriage, this and that, but, you know, they have a cool unit. They have a cool unit going on. You know, her, Sean, and Electra, they have a cool unit. I don't know about Electra sleeping in bed with them at like 12, 13 years old, but, you know, hey, to each their own. But definitely, I feel like it is also important for your kids to have independence, and it's also important for you to still have your life, you know what I mean? Because the kids are going to grow up and leave, you know, and also, too, you do have to have a life in some way, shape, or form, too. But also, having your life, don't forget about your kids, all right? Don't forget about your shit. Don't forget about your responsibilities, and don't forget about who and what you're linked to. All right. So anyway, jumping back to them, to Angie K and Mr. Louie, you know, they're, you know, big on being Greek, Grecian. You know, Angie K always talking about being Greek every time she can. So they're making, you know, some Greek food, talking about her dad being from Crete, Greece, and, you know, just Greek, everything Greek. So her dad is also giving her some words of wisdom about remaining firm in her marriage, and also to showing who's the boss, this and that. So, you know, there can always be respect remaining. And then we have Sean come in from the salon, ignoring Angie and awkwardly heading to take a shower. Did he even, like, join them for lunch? Did he even, like, there's no hugs, no kisses, no nothing? Alrighty, that's how the scene ended. And then now we jump to this dreaded dinner with Whitney and Mary Martha. So they're linking up in a blizzard, by the way, a snow blizzard. They're linking up at Provisions. And I don't know if this is the same kind of Provisions that they talked about on Roni. But I guess Provisions in New York is like the Waldorf of supermarkets. It's like, you know, super high end. But then this Provisions was like a restaurant. So, like, I don't know if they're like the same, or Provisions is a supermarket and restaurant, or how they're doing it. But they link up at Provisions, and we start with a flashback of their turbulent history and Mary's mean text messages, and Whitney dealing with all of Mary's different moods. And also, too, they had crispy duck rolls. That sounds super good. Yum. But anyway, you know, also, too, the food blog, Dexter's Food Lab. I love food. So, you know, check that out. I'm a food blogger, a huge foodie. So Mary had ordered the crispy duck rolls. Sounds delicious. But, yeah, but Mary feels she didn't miss much at all, missing Angie's Greek Easter party. Then we have the waitress spilling food on her, and she is completely flabbergasted and appalled and wished that they spilled it on Whitney. So I'm like, okay, that's not good, Mary Martha. You're already starting off wishing bad on the guests, which is not good, because God doesn't like ugly. Right. Doesn't like ugly at all. But Mary goes straight into Whitney basically burning the bridge between them because Whitney called Mary and her husband Robert Sr. predators, and Whitney felt completely bad about that, and she was coming to the dinner to apologize, but Mary was not having it, and she just completely was getting on Whitney, calling her a bobblehead, calling her all kinds of names and all that shit. But I mean, Whitney did come to take accountability and she apologized, but also too, Mary, where's your accountability? Like, you're not perfect. Like, everything you do, you think like you didn't do no wrong or this and that. Like, that's not cool. You know what I mean? And right as quick as Mary sat down was as quick as she got a to-go box and left. Like, literally, she's like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm leaving. She literally just sat down. And then Whitney's damn near like begging her to sit. Not sitting, but it's like, okay, we're not going to be the dead horse. We're sitting here and you're just talking shit the whole time. Just sitting there talking shit, calling her names, doing all this stuff. Whitney's just sitting there kind of giggling with her. Because, I mean, Mary is like a little funny how out of touch she is with reality. Sometimes it can be a little funny, but it's like, sure, Jen. Because it's like, girl, you know what I mean? It's like, Ho, why is you here? In my Jocelyn Hernandez voice, please. Like, but you know, Whitney is trying to deal with her insufferableness because she doesn't want Mary sending somebody after her. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. So much going on. Oh, goodness gracious, you guys. So now we conclude the episode with Monica and her mom, LD Millionaire, having a sit down. Right as Monica sits down, LD starts sobbing. She's literally just sitting there sobbing. Out of nowhere, didn't even say hello, no hi, no nothing. Sobbing tears. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with this woman? And scene. The Oscar goes to, or the Emmy goes to, it was horrible. And then you have Monica not caring at all about her mom trying to be the 8th housewife or the 5th member. You know what I mean? She's like, can I get a straw for my water? She's just there sobbing away. And we move straight to, Monica's mom, Linda, wanting Monica to have sympathy and to be there and have compassion for her while she's crying. But honey, just last episode at the Greek Easter party, you wanted to have fun and dance while I was crying and I was in shambles and I stormed off. Okay? No. Pick and choose your battles. Like, you can't be a villain and a victim. Like, that's not the way the game goes. Alright? So Monica is sitting there dealing with this. LD has the nerve to try to reprimand her, and Monica is not appreciating the way she's talking to her, and LD is rolling her neck and is like, I'm not going to talk to you like a weak ass bitch either. And I'm like, okay, now we're seeing who you really are. The facade is melting, your slip is showing, and we're starting to see it. And LD is just talking to her like some bitch on the street, like she trying to fight, and those poor servers that literally had to take their orders in the between time. And then also, not to mention, oh my God, LD ordered some lobster enchiladas. Oh my God, I want to make some lobster enchiladas now. Oh my God. You know what I was thinking about? Like a seafood manicotti. That sounds really good, actually. But I digress. Anyway, running off on a tangent. So they're going back and forth and they're just talking about everything that they've gone through with each other, and LD is not taking any accountability. And it's crazy because all of these problematic ass, toxic ass parents in our life do not want to admit the toxic ass, bullshit ass shit that they were a part of. It's horrible. Like, they really need therapy. And then you got Monica really trying to explain herself, this and that. And then LD over here looking for aspirin. Okay? So she probably got a aspirin ad waiting for her, a damn Advil or Tylenol PM ad waiting for her. You know what I mean? After this scene. But what is the definition of disrespect? Also, too, because these old folks love throwing that out there. This is disrespectful. That's disrespectful. What is the definition of disrespect? Look it up. And also, too, you have to give it to get it. You don't automatically deserve respect just because you're older than somebody. Girl, Connect the dots. Sit down. And then you're over here gaslighting and you're downplaying the trauma and all that stuff. And it's like, that's a whole ass mess. And then you got LD with her daughter in the back seat kissing men in the front seat. Like, it don't matter if it was just a kiss on the that is not acceptable. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, that's not cool. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, woo, the amnesia of the transgressions. It's the amnesia of the transgressions for me. Man, ooh, they're lost. So that concluded the episode with Monica storming out and her and LD agreeing that they need therapy, but also to, you gotta be willing to meet in the middle, honey. Like, you can't have me in therapy and it's just all my fault, everything I did wrong. But you guys, that was the review. That's the end of the episode. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow me on everything. I'm Alan Poindexter on Facebook. I'm BADD_Dexter. That's Bad Dexter. On Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that fun stuff. Yes, support your boy. This is the whole Dextertainment channel. Stay tuned for Dextertainment, Dexterous, Dexter TV, Dexter's Food Lab, and everything cooking up in Dexter's Laboratory. I love you guys. Peace.